So, last night was D23, the big event for Disney where they come together almost every year and they do a bunch of big reveals for the future of the company. And this was the first D23 with Bob Iger being back in charge of Disney after Bob Chapek almost destroyed the entire company. And as you read in the title, did Bob Iger save Disney? Well, we're going to go through a lot of the reveals that they did for movies and TV shows, and I'm going to let you know what I think about all of it and if this is the right direction that Disney could be heading in, because as you guys know, I am not the biggest Disney fan. I am not a fan of pretty much anything that they've done over the past decade. I think they have done more damage to the film and even television industry than pretty much anybody could have ever imagined. But with a lot of these reveals, I have a lot of mixed emotions and mixed feelings, so let's go one by one. I'm going to break down as many of them as possible, just the ones that come to mind. I'm not going to mention a lot of the smaller stuff. One of the first things they showed at D23 is a movie called Monster Jam, which is going to be a monster truck movie starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Feels like a major step back for his career. I mean, he's doing an A24 movie, and now he's going back to doing, like, a monster truck version of the Tooth Fairy. It's an odd movie. Didn't even really want to talk about this one, just thought it was funny that he's making movies like this again. But the first big movie that they talked about is Avatar 3, which is now called Avatar: Fire and Ash. Of course, the first two Avatar movies are two of the three most highest grossing films of all time, and Avatar 3 is going to be a banger. James Cameron is one of the greatest directors ever. This is one of the few films that Disney showed off that we know is a guaranteed absolute banger of a film. I cannot wait for it. I love The Way of Water. I like the title Fire and Ash, although I kind of like the leaked title list that we got years ago, almost a decade ago. I like the titles in those better, so Fire and Ash feels a little more generic, but still, the concept art, crazy. Then we went into Pixar, and they had a bunch of reveals. I'm just going to go through, like, the big ones. First off, we got more information on Toy Story 5. Apparently, it's going to be about toys dealing with the fact that their owners now want to play with technology more than they want to play with toys, which is an incredible idea for a Toy Story movie and the obvious path forward if they were going to tell another story with these characters. Which they shouldn't be telling more stories with these characters. Toy Story ended with Toy Story 3, and then they decided to revive its undead corpse and bring it back with Toy Story 4 that felt like a retread of Toy Story 3. And now they're doing it yet again, even though it ended twice, not just once, but twice. They are bringing it back in Toy Story 5 to do another conclusion. Or maybe this time they won't try to do an ending, and they'll try to do like a start of a trilogy, so we can get a Toy Story 6 and 7, and they can keep making these things until Tom Hanks is literally dead, until he dies. We'll see what happens first. They also announced a brand new Pixar movie called Hoppers, which is about a girl who can enter the minds of beavers, and she wants to see what beavers are up to. I'm sold. This is the kind of weird stuff that I like from Pixar, and yeah, we'll be getting this, and I'm excited for that. And then the big one from Pixar, The Incredibles 3. It did not take them 15 years to make this one. It just took them probably a decade by the time this comes out, but still. The Incredibles 2 is a movie that I thought was a little bit disappointing, but still, I love the Incredibles universe, and this is a no-brainer. Now we just need Finding Nemo 3. Then we go to Star Wars, and we did not have as many reveals about Star Wars as I thought. I kind of thought after The Acolyte and how bad it was, Disney would try to reset and bring the fans back in by having a Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom moment and revealing something huge to get excited about, maybe an entire slate of movies. Instead, we really just got information and stuffed on things that we know were already coming. We got a trailer for Skeleton Crew, and yeah, I mean, listen, I like John Watts, I like what he did with the Spider-Man films. This, to me, it looks like it could end up being a disaster. It's obviously a show that is more kind of aimed towards kids, which I respect. I'm clearly not the audience for it, but it's about kids traveling the galaxy, and they meet Jude Law, who's a Jedi. We'll see how it goes. I will say it does look like it has a bigger budget, or at least visually looks more in line with the movie stuff than, say, the Obi-Wan show. And then we got another look at Andor Season 2. We didn't get a trailer, but we got a lot of information. This, of course, is coming next year. We got information that Ben Mendelsohn will be coming back as the villain Krennic, and some other people. I think Forrest Whitaker will be coming back as Saw Gerrera. And yeah, when this comes out, hopefully it'll live up to the quality of the first season. And then we also got a quick look at The Mandalorian and Grogu, the first Star Wars film that we have gotten since 2019. It will be coming out in early 2026, and this will be the conclusion, I guess, of the Mandalorian story. It's coming from Jon Favreau, who is an incredible filmmaker, and yeah, it's just going to be more Mandalorian. Now, we did not get an update on the Rey film, which means hopefully it's canceled. We'll see. We didn't get an update on Dave Filoni and what he's doing with maybe Ahsoka Season 2 or that other, like, Heir to the Empire movie that he's making. Nothing from James Mangold and his Dawn of the Jedi Star Wars movie. We really got no future updates on what direction they're going, which makes me think they don't know what direction they're going in. Which is fine. Star Wars needs a reset and hopefully new leadership, and we'll see what eventually comes. Maybe a year from now, they'll have some more to say. Then we went to Marvel, and I was also a little bit disappointed by the Marvel presentation. I thought we would be getting a little more, maybe some more information on future stuff that they're making coming post-2025, but we really didn't get that much. They showed another little clip of Captain America New World Order, which is fine. I still don't really care about the movie. They gave us an image of Fantastic Four of the costume, Joseph Quinn wearing the costume, and yeah, it looks cool, I guess. We also got some some music from Michael Giacchino. That sounds very 1960s-esque. I like it. And we got some updates on the TV show, another trailer for Agatha All Along, which looks just as terrible as the first trailer. Not excited for this one. Some updates on Ironheart, a show that filmed like 3 years ago, and it's just been sitting in Marvel Purgatory all this time. I don't know when this is coming out, but they strangely had Ryan Coogler introduce it, even though I don't think he really has anything to do with the show. That was an interesting choice. I thought he was coming out to announce some bigger project, but no. No information on Blade, which is not surprising at this point, but God, can we just get this Blade movie made? No reveals for Shang-Chi 2 or Doctor Strange 3 or Spider-Man 4, even though that's a Sony property. They never announce the Spider-Man movie. They never announce them at these venues. They usually announce the Spider-Man stuff separately. But really nothing new. The main thing that we got that I really enjoyed was a little look at Daredevil, Daredevil Born Again, I believe they're calling it, the brand new season of Daredevil, which is pretty much a continuation of the Netflix show. They did not release this trailer online for some reason, even though it was leaked to high heaven. It takes one Twitter search to watch this trailer. I don't understand why they don't just release it. It's kind of dumb. But either way, the trailer that I did get to see is incredible. It's dark, it's brutal, it is everything that I miss from that Daredevil Netflix show. Everything is just so real and so gritty. The Punisher, Jon Bernthal's back and he looks awesome. Muse as a villain is terrifying. Kingpin's back. This is just everything we want, and they are filming Season 2 right away, so we should be getting Season 2 in 2025, and yeah, I'm absurdly excited for this. I cannot wait for Daredevil. This is what we need more of. But other than that, really not much for Marvel, which was surprising. I thought we would be getting more. I thought they would be kind of blowing their load. After, at Comic-Con, they just kind of talked about the stuff that's coming very, very soon. I thought this one they would say, here's what's coming, kind of the broader vision of what we're doing here, and we didn't really get that, and that's kind of a bummer. Then some other stuff, some other little films that they talked about, I'll go through really quick. Freakier Friday. This is the Freaky Friday sequel. I never thought I needed, but you know what? We do need this. I love Freaky Friday. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and Lindsay Lohan has kind of had a weird resurgence. She's coming back, making a big career comeback after her career was literally dead for so long, and I am absurdly excited for this. I can't wait. Freaky Friday, one of the biggest movies from my childhood. We're getting a sequel. It's going to be freakier, hence the title, and Jamie Lee Curtis is now an Academy Award winner, so they can put that tagline on all the marketing. We also got our first teaser for Snow White, the film that almost ended Rachel Zegler's career 2 years before it came out. I mean, listen, this looks like another live-action Disney remake. I suspect that this film is going to absolutely bomb and be a disaster for them because of how terrible the marketing was. Now, I understand that they went back and they delayed this film a year because they were remaking a lot of it. I understand that they've changed everything that they were doing with the doors. At some point, it was going to be the 7 magical creatures of whatever, and now it's going to be 7 CGI dwarves because there's so much controversy and backlash from the fans. I understand that a lot has probably been changed about this film in the edit, but what I will say, it looks good. The CGI is fine. Rachel Zegler is a Disney princess. She's gorgeous. She could sing. She could do it all. She's a great actress. She should be fine in the film. And Gal Gadot. Wow, what a casting. She looks so great as the evil queen. We also got more on Tron Ares, the brand new Tron film next year, a film that I really want to be good. This is one of those films that it's kind of like a prayer. Please, Tron Ares, be a great film. Be this big, gigantic Tron movie that we wish we would have gotten with Tron Legacy, but we didn't. This needs to be amazing. But then I remember Jared Leto's in it, and Jared Leto just has this weird condition. Even though he's a fantastic actor, he has this incredibly weird kind of mental condition where he only does bad movies. It's been a weird thing for the last decade for him. Outside of Blade Runner, I have not seen him in a great movie in a while, so it makes me scared. It makes me so scared, but I want this to be so great, and what we had heard about it is kind of what we've already known, but we need a trailer, and I'm excited. It comes out next December, I believe. And last but not least, the last thing that they showed was a new trailer for Mufasa, the Lion King prequel from director Barry Jenkins, who's an Academy Award-winning director. It doesn't look that good to me. I don't know, maybe that's just me, guys. Listen, I was not a fan of The Lion King all the way back. I believe in 2019 it came out. I am a fan of the original Lion King, but the remake just kind of lost the magic of that film and what made it special, as does a lot of these Disney live-action remakes, even though this isn't live-action. It's all made in a computer. It's just fancier animation. This one is kind of a prequel starring Mufasa and Scar, who are these brothers who are eventually going to grow up to hate each other. It's kind of like that Transformers movie that's coming out, except it's probably going to be worse. Lin-Manuel Miranda is doing all the music for it, so you know what you're kind of getting from that. The CGI looks a little bit better than The Lion King. You could see a little more emotion on the actual lions than you did in the original Lion King movie that came out a few years ago. Original remake that we got. And I don't know, I'm just really not digging this. It's probably going to be $1 billion movie for Disney because the people around the world just really like The Lion King. I'm not feeling it at all, but I will give it the benefit of the doubt. We will see. That's pretty much it. I know I skipped over some things, but let me know what you guys thought of D23 down below. It was very exciting. I really wish they would do more events like this in the film industry. The one thing I do wish, though, is that they would stream it for the entire world. Like, the film industry has been so far behind on this. The video game industry figured this out, like, 20 years ago with E3 and all that stuff. To build excitement for the future of the industry, you do these big events that just have reveal after reveal after reveal. I look forward to, like, the Xbox and PlayStation showcases most years, more so than I do the actual games that are coming out, because they're exciting, and I wish they would do a better job. But at Comic-Con, obviously, they don't let any cameras in the Hall H. Here, they let cameras in, but they just didn't have a professional stream of it. I just think it's a little stupid. I understand you want to make the experience special for the people that go, but still, if you want to build more excitement, let this be a worldwide streaming event of revealing all these projects. It gets people invested in these films and the future of the industry. But I still had a good time with it. They announced a lot. I wish there was more from Marvel and Star Wars. Of course, I feel like there's really nothing they could have done to really satisfy me. I really would like to see the direction Star Wars is going in. I would like to see the direction Marvel's going in. We still feel directionless with both of those properties, but maybe it's because they are directionless and they have nothing to say, which is fine. Figure it out and then come back to us. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more tune notifications. I'll see you in the next one.